Now at this point, we can verify that yes, we are quantity invoiced 1, quantity fulfilled is 1. You may have this separate or not, depending on your system and whether or not you got a WMS or not. But we've got 1 and 1, so we're ready to go. So at this point here, I now need to invoice this product. So at this point here, I'm going to go actions and I'm going to go transfer. Now in my transfer here, I can transfer it to an invoice. And I want to include my deposit and details, which is the stuff at the bottom. And then if I'm short, override it. I'm not short. I have enough. I made sure I had enough inventory in stock, so that's not a problem. And when I transfer, this is going to transfer it from an order to an invoice. One comment about it right here is that there's no place where you can mark it in your system that it is shipped. In GP, it goes from being an order. You can print a packing slip, you can print another packing slip, you can print it again and again and again, and you can print picking tickets. But once the actual shipments occur, there's no entry in GP until we do the transfer. So then when I hit the transfer, it transfers this across, and it's going to give me, I'm going to take a look at the log screen. It won't take long. There it is, 1 transferred. It transferred to standard invoice 2273. And then it opens up invoice 2273, so I can now go ahead and post this. At this point here, I now have an invoice. I'm going to leave that on the screen right now. And then inside Business Central, what we do is that we can go into the posting inside here and we can preview the posting and we can post and send. Now, when I hit the post here and when I hit post, it's going to ask me, am I invoicing this or just shipping this? Or am I going to ship and invoice this? If I ship and invoice this, it posts it all the way through. So I'm just going to ship it. And I'm going to go, okay. So now what it's going to do is it's going to post the lines, and they're going to mark them as being shipped, but not invoiced. So then I can have multiple shipments being on one invoice if I wish. Okay. So when I do this, the order remains here. Now, if I scroll across to here a little more, you can see that I've got quantity to you'll notice, whoops, I went too far. My apologies. The quantity to invoice. So there's the quantity shipped. There's the quantity to invoice. And then when we invoice this, these will move over to here, and then everything will be fine. At this point here, again, I can print and post this, but then I can also just go into posting inside here, and I can go post. And it comes up like this, and I'm going to invoice. I'm going to go OK. Now you'll notice that it changed from an order to an invoice. Very much like the transfer, does exactly the same thing. The posted is posted and moved to so the difference here is that it's actually posted the invoice. So we could actually send it and post it at this point. So now at this point it is posted. So I go, yes, I want to open the posted invoice. And now when I go print and send, I'll hit the print button. I'm not going to, again, I'm going to just hit preview so we can take a look at it. There it is there. You can change the invoice to have your logos and things on it. Of course, these are just all defaults out of the box. So this is how we get this. That's the paper flow out. At this point here, I can send this. I could save this as I can download to a file. I can send it as a PDF. The other thing that I can do from here is just that down here I can send to, and again, I got that same data in there. I can save it as a PDF or whatever I want to. Okay, I can also go into the print and send, and I can hit the email button, and it will email it to my customer. And the same is also true inside GP. From here, I can hit the email button. I do not have email set up, and it will send it to the email, but I can hit the print button here, and again, I can hit the invoice, and I go print, and then I'm going to use the standard again so that you can see the default one, and it will then pop up with my invoice. Again, it's got that footer at the bottom of the page because this is a set amount based on the old dot matrix printers. I can put some logos on here. Most people use something else like Microsoft Word or something. And for instance, if I go back to this invoice, let me just go 3, and I go print, I will print it to a template this time instead. This will take a couple of seconds longer simply because it has to fire up Microsoft Word. There it goes. Fires up Word. I haven't got Word loaded. Adding the add-in. And there it is there. And you'll notice that the footer is now floated up underneath the item. And no, I do not need that. Thank you very much. All right. So there it is there. And then I can send this by email if I wish. That would then be the emailable document. So I can close that. I don't need it anymore. And let me just minimize that, go back to here. So at that point, we now have it. Now in GP, what we would need to do is we'd come into here in order to post it. Like so, we go to actions and we can hit the post button. Oh, it's assigned to a batch. Let me take it out of the batch and go actions and post. You could have posted the whole batch. Again, you can post multiples if you wish inside Business Central as well. And then when I close this, I get a sales posting journal. I'm just going to hit cancel on that, distribution date, detail, and things like that, and the AA Central. So this, you can print off audit trails. Both sides have the ability when you hit the process inside here. When I'm in an invoice, as I look up an invoice inside here, I've got an invoice outstanding already. It's probably very similar. There it is there. When I go preview posting, I can take a look at my general ledger entries, my AR entries, my tax entries, and my detail ledgers. These ledgers are the same as those print jobs that I just canceled out of in GP, but that's basically what you can see inside here. And I can post this. So that's how we work through the generation of the actual thing, how we email it, and how we print the documents.